The other day, I was thinking about how I used to love Mario Sports Mix as a kid, and one of the sports within that game was basketball. It was then when I realized that I do not remember seeing Mario Basketball anywhere, ever since I was a kid in 2011 playing Mario Sports Mix after elementary school. So today we will be looking at what Mario Basketball was, what it could be in the future, and ultimately explore why it might have disappeared in favor of other sports like soccer, tennis, or even golf. Now, there have only been 2 Mario Basketball games to be officially included by Nintendo, with the first game being Mario Hoops 3-on-3, also known as Mario Slam Basketball, which was released in 2006 on the DS in the aforementioned Mario Sports Mix, which was released on the Wii in late 2010 and later released in other countries in 2011. I mean, Mario Sports Mix isn't even a basketball game on its own, which makes the DS game the only exclusive Mario Basketball game. Meanwhile, we got Mario Tennis Aces, Mario Tennis Open, Mario Tennis, Mario's Tennis, Mario Tennis again! Anyways, starting with 3-on-3, you're met with multiple modes to embark on. There's Exhibition Mode, where you simply choose your characters, the basketball court, and hop in a game. However, for new players, there is Challenge Mode, which gives you certain objectives, tips, and tricks, and not only serves as a tutorial for how to play the game, but a resource for improving your skills. I should probably mention that Mario Basketball is not just your average game of basketball, with Mario characters thrown into the mix. For example, each character is able to just fucking decimate the basketball hoop with their own ability. This is called a special shot, which you are able to build up throughout the game using the touchscreen to make the symbol of the respective character that you are playing as. There are also coins that you can collect, and coins are very important because the coins are used as a metric for how much you score when you make it into the basket. You can collect some coins by dribbling the ball on the question blocks, however you can lose your coins if the ball gets stolen from you. This system not only adds a touch of Mario sauce to your typical game of basketball, but it encourages the player to have a good offense and defense, as opposed to just trying to score immediately. On top of that, there are items that can be triggered throughout the game. Sometimes they are obstacles such as shells that will try to hit you, but other times they can work to your benefit. Now, there are other modes such as Dribble Time Trials, which is inside the Challenges mode and allows you to practice your dribbling and coin collecting skills, and of course a matchup mode, which is just multiplayer. However, the core mode that defined this game as well as Mario's Sports Mix is the Tourney mode. This is where you would progress through the game as you would, unlock new stages, characters, and embark on more difficult challenges. There are 4 tourneys, and as per usual, once you win a tourney, you're able to unlock the next one. These tourneys are Mushroom, Flower, Star, and Rainbow. Furthermore, you're able to complete the tourney mode on normal difficulty and hard difficulty. However, the journey doesn't end with Rainbow Tourney, as once you complete the entire tourney on a hard mode, you're able to unlock Pro mode. However, Pro mode is only used for single matches as opposed to an entirely new tournament. I would say that this is Nintendo's first shot at a basketball game, no pun intended, but this game was actually a collaboration with Square Enix. This is why we see characters such as the Mage or Moogle, which by the way would make a reappearance in Mario Sports Mix, but I'll get to that game in a little bit. It did a nice job of including Nintendo elements into the game without steering too far away from the game of basketball itself. However, when Mario Sports Mix came out on the Wii, they would take this game to the next level. Like the previous game, there is a tournament mode and an exhibition mode. On top of that, a lot of characters and maps from the previous game returned, as well as some gimmicks such as the special shot. Right off the bat, one huge change was that you weren't restricted to 3-on-3, as you could also play 2-on-2, which definitely helped diversify the landscape of the game. Also, instead of dribbling on coin blocks to score more points, this game decided to be a bit more traditional with the scoring system, with just sticking to 2s and 3s. However, in place of the dribbling system came new gimmicks such as item blocks that contain a wider selection of items, or maps that are more interactive than ever, whether it be ghosts coming out to haunt you in Luigi's Mansion, or Petey Piranha being the fucking basketball hoop. Like I said, the tournaments operate in a similar system to the last game, where there are 4 tourneys to complete the mode, each tourney with 4 maps, and of course different difficulty settings. I think this game did a wonderful job with the tourneys, as the maps are just so interactive and creative, as well as the fact that the tourneys are laid out in a similar style to the overworlds you would see in games such as New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and there are even secrets that you can explore explore. Above all, the ending of the basketball tournament in Mario Sports Mix is nothing short of insane. Remember when I said that Square Enix collabed with Nintendo to make these Mario basketball games happen? Well, the finale of the tourney involves you fighting the behemoth from Final Fantasy, using a flaming meteor as a basketball alongside a bunch of items, and holy shit, I thought this was the craziest thing ever when I was like 7 years old. Now this brings me back to what I talked about at the beginning of the video. Why has Mario basketball been absent for over a decade, and what does its future entail? Well, for starters, both of these Mario basketball games didn't pull any crazy sales despite them being loved by those who played them. I personally think one of the reasons for this lies in the fact that basketball doesn't hold the same simplicity as games such as golf or tennis. When it comes to basketball, you gotta dribble the ball, steal the ball, shoot the ball, decimate the ball, while in something like golf, you just hit the ball in the right direction. Not to say that the more popular sports don't offer complexity, because they all do, it's just the fact that they are more accessible to everyone, especially newcomers. As far as its future goes, I think it would be very difficult for Nintendo to create another Mario basketball game. I say this because at the end of the day, basketball is basketball, and I don't really know how they would top Mario Sports Mix, because that game in my eyes was a representation of all the ideas Nintendo had poured into basketball, but I could be completely wrong. They could potentially rework the game again, add new characters, modes, maps, and even collab with Square Enix again for all I know. However, what I do think is more realistic is having another game similar to Mario Sports Mix that includes basketball, because like I said, I don't think there are enough new ideas with Mario basketball for it to be sold as its own game. If there's one thing that I can say, it's that the future is unknown, and I mean, we may never see a Mario basketball game ever again, but if the day comes, then I may just have to dribble my way over to GameStop.